Of course, I'm a couple of days late on this, but Nintendo to say so long to Bowser, but not how you think. So, in some way, shape, or form, this idiot is leaving Nintendo. Thank God. Get the fuck out of here. You decrypted Mr. Magoo looking fuck. Jesus. Anyways, so let's get started. It's the end of the line for Bowser at Nintendo, but the one who is the final boss is in a different sense. The fuck. Doug Bowser, President and Chief of Operating Officer for Nintendo of America, dumb fuck, announced this week that he will be retiring as of December 31st. Great. Hold on 1 minute. Whatever. Anyways, today I announced my plan to retire from Nintendo, effective December 31st, 2025. So he's not leaving immediately, unfortunately. Bowser wrote on X on Thursday. Nintendo has been an integral part of my life for 44 years. They really shouldn't have. They really shouldn't have, because you should have not even been involved with Nintendo for even 5 years. Or even 1 year, really. You suck is what I'm trying to say. Starting with Donkey Kong Arcade as a kid in college, it has been an honor to contribute to the incredible company and bring our beloved characters and worlds to fans through our video games, theme parks, movie experiences. And then, Bowser wrote that Nintendo Executive Vice President of Sales, Marketing, and Communications, David Pritchard. Okay, Shart will take his place. Bowser leaves Nintendo after over a decade of holding leadership positions there, including 6 years as Nintendo of America president, according to IGN. Wow, it's really been that long? I swear, it just feels like he's been there for just 3 years. It's crazy. Wow. During Bowser's leadership, Nintendo has expanded its brands into non-video game areas, including the theme parks, stores, and movies. Notably, the 2023 Mario Bros. Movie that nearly made $1.4 billion at the box office. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, okay? People overglazed that fucking movie. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it was overglazed. And you know what? I was one of those people. I'm not gonna lie, right? I saw it and oh my god, this is great. But let's be honest, bro. The only reason why people worship this movie is because there is no good movie. There's almost no good movies that came out that year, other than what, Puss in Boots. You know what I mean? There's no other good movie that came out the year that it did. So let's not get it confused here and say that, oh my god, dude, that Mario Bros. Movie was amazing. It was okay. It was not really good. After the honeymoon period, you really start to understand that, wow, this is actually really bland, really generic. This is not really that good. And it's not. It really wasn't. So, but it did make money because, again, it was one of the few okay movies that were out there. Let's be honest. So, with that being said, I will say that he did make the push outside of gaming, which, to be fair, Nintendo should have done way before. They really should have. I don't know why they didn't, but they didn't. This wasn't a bad move, but the way he did it was just really soulless, generic, everything that Nintendo is now, essentially. But that's not even what we're talking about only, right? We're also talking about the fact that I hope this is the start for the cleansing of Nintendo. I do. Doug Bowser and the rest of the leadership they're absolutely aimless. They don't know what the hell they're doing with Nintendo. Hell, they even had almost no history. No proper history with Nintendo. The Yamauchi years, I think that's his name. The Yamauchi and the Iwata years, those will always be the best of Nintendo. And even then, Yamauchi, he did do a lot of dastardly stuff too, I'm not gonna lie, but god damn it, man, I mean, we can't deny that the NES was awesome. We can't deny that the SNES was awesome. We can't deny that they still made some kick-ass systems even under his leadership. We can't deny that. So with that being said, with under Doug Bowser and Furukawa, right? Like Nintendo sucks. It's the most generic, shitty company that there is. Like okay, really emphasizing on their stronghold for platformers, on Pokemon and all that stuff, and really doubling down, horribly doubling down on the like ridiculous stuff such as like copywriting people, suing people, doing all sorts of dumb things. Like I thought that with a more corporate Nintendo, we would actually see like Nintendo being more friendly towards content creators and fan made projects, because really, like, look, I'm not saying that they're doing that to be nice, but in order to like doing that to like for the sake of business, right? Being like, oh yeah, we're okay with these little small guys making games based off our stuff, you know, and they should be, because really you should be making better stuff than the fans. You really should, but you're not. So, like realistically speaking, like just take a look at Sega. Sega is obviously ran by businessmen, but look how they react to fan-made projects compared to shitty ass Nintendo, right? Day and night, complete day and night. It's not even funny, you know. Nintendo reacts with the ultimate ban hammer, even though that they're allowed to make these fan-made projects. It's not like a lot of them are making money off of them, and even if they are, they should. They're the ones who are making stuff that Nintendo isn't willing to make. Can we just, you know, kind of put that on there? They're the ones making shit that Nintendo's not willing to make. Hell, there's someone making a Unreal Engine 5 like remake of Ocarina of Time. Are you kidding me? You know, and in my opinion, he should be allowed to make money off of it, because Nintendo ain't. They're not making it. I mean, that was one of their biggest heavy hitters of all time, and they're not making a remake of that? Really? The last remake you got was on the 3DS, which was mixed, by the way. Some people liked it, some people didn't like it, some people hated it, in fact, more than the original. Yeah, and if I'm being honest, obviously because of the 3DS, it didn't have full analog support, so the game could use like a modern touch-up in terms of like controls, maybe some gameplay too, because like, hey, who knows, man? It's still keep Ocarina of Time, but make it a little bit, better to play, right? Full analog controls and stuff like that. I think that's really needed, in my opinion. And what I mean by that is camera. The camera needs to be redone. That's really it. But yeah, other than that, I think they could do something like that, make it $40, re-release it with these brand new amazing graphics with full camera controls and everything. Maybe some added beta stuff that didn't make it into the final game, and there you fucking go. I'll be happy to pay $40 for that. But no, that's not what they'll do. You know, that is not what they do. And you know what? They didn't even try to do that one rumored idea that someone had. Do you guys remember in the Wii U days where one asshole thought of this like really genius reimagined thing, where he's like, and like it was the same guy too that also said like, oh, Star Fox and Metroid is gonna get a crossover game on the Wii U. If anyone remembers that, you're the true OGs in the Wii U era. Reimagined was this guy who made up this shitty rumor, right? Or not shitty, it was a good rumor, and I wish it came true. But it was like this thing where like Nintendo's gonna remake certain old properties, but with added stuff. So you're gonna be able to play as Luigi per se. Like they're gonna one of the rumored remakes that they're going to do with Reimagined was a remake of Mario 64 with multiplayer, both online and local. It was going to have obviously brand new HD graphics, and that would have been the perfect console to do that on, but they just don't do it. They don't go to their full potential, and this is why I don't like Nintendo. Sometimes back then too, they would just be doing they would just do the stupidest fucking things. Even under Iwata, he did some dumb. I mean, I don't know if it was Iwata fully, but he did some stupid shit with like, oh, let's keep people from not playing our games, and if they do, they're gonna have to sign up with our shitty fucking YouTube program or whatever. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you so fucking behind the times? And honestly, like, this has always been a problem with Nintendo. So Doug Bowser leaving is a good thing to me. I don't care about that bald fuck. Thank God he's out. Get the fuck out of there. Never, don't even ever look back in gaming, let alone Nintendo, ever again. My God. He really lives up to that Bowser name, bro. And what do you know it? He was from EA. Wow, of course you were. Of course you were. One of the most heavily criticized companies in the 360 and PS3 era, which I think this dumbass worked in EA around that time. So, of course, we have one of the most greedy old fucks who's dragging Nintendo down. Not only him, but he helped. And, of course, I'm happy to see him leave. And hopefully there will be someone in. Look, I think it's too late for their consoles, I'm not going to lie, for them to be good. But if they start putting games on PC, that's a good way to get started, you know? But anyways, that's it. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.